What's up? This is Alex Chu coming at you with another episode. This episode, just want to report back to you, show you how I'm doing and stuff, and talk about some interesting stuff. I don't know. I guess this episode I want to talk about how many homeless people are appearing in San Francisco, Oakland, and you know what? There's a lot of homeless women too. But hold on a bit. Before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 50, you know? Yeah, I'm already 50, and you can see I'm still really skinny, right? I don't have any wrinkles or anything. My voice didn't really change that much. Still pretty skinny. Uh, Forgive me. Today I'm a little, I don't know. I'm just bored out of my mind. I don't know what to say. But if you want to, if you go to my website, there's a lot of testimonial Amazon customer reviews. Most of them give me 4 stars or 5 stars. So if you want to live forever, go to livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com, buy a pair of these rings. They're only like $25. Um, Needless to say, under Biden presidency, everything is going downhill. Today, Kamala Harris, she said, no, I think it was like 2 days ago. She said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna speak to Mexican president, Guatemalan president, telling them how come you should not, your citizens should not come to the United States." She doesn't even want to go to the border. She doesn't want to have nothing to do with the border. You know. But hey, you know what? Recently, there's a lot of homeless women. Okay, I mean women that are perfectly fine. Like women that are young, 25-year-old, sexy, slim. You know, I'm talking about all races. White girls, black girls, just beautiful, young, attractive women sleeping on the fucking street. Some of them you still see them sleeping on the street with their high heels on. It's just like that is insane. Back in the days that would never happen. I'm talking about back in the even year 2000. Okay, even I don't know 2005 or something. Back in the day, I cannot imagine a young, beautiful woman, 25-year-old, not like fat or anything, just slim, 25-year-old. Okay, maybe she has a little drug addiction. Maybe she's a little drunk. Maybe she's psychotic. But trust me, back in the days, okay, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that would never ever happen. Somebody would snatch him up just like that. Fuck, I would snatch him up. I would say, hey, come live in my house, Now, I have extra bedrooms where you could just fucking sleep with me or something, right? You don't have to sleep on the street. I mean, I'm serious. Back in the days, they would be snatched up just like that. There's a lot of horny men out there. There's a lot of older, lonely men. You're 25, even if you're 30-year-old, so what? Even if you're 35-year-old woman, or even if you're 40-year-old, they would be snatched up just like that. There are no, back in the days, there were no homeless women. That's unheard of. Unless you're like fucking, you're like 60-year-old, you're old and ugly and you're fucking psychotic or something. But back in the days, man, if you're a woman and, you look okay, you're not like extremely disgusting, under 40-year-old, you be snatched up just like that, man. There's a lot of lonely men out there. But now, wow, you see these beautiful young girls, 20-some-year-old. Some of them, they have blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, and they fucking sleep on the fucking street. Like it's normal. It's ridiculous, man. I'm telling you what. Nowadays, a lot of people they just go MGTOW. Like me, I'm MGTOW. You know, I don't want to have. Especially I'm 50-year old. I basically I don't know. I just lost interest in women. You know, I'm already 50. I don't know about other men, but see, back in the days when I was only 19 or 20, oh yeah, I love women. You know, I used to cry. I used to cry in my cry until I used to cry until I go to when I go to bed because some girl didn't like me. You know, some girl didn't want me, and then I was crying and shit. Yeah, when I was like 20-year old. It's like, oh, that girl broke my heart, and I was crying and crying in my bed and shit. But I don't know. I cannot imagine myself doing that nowadays. I'm 50. I don't give a shit about women anymore. I don't know about other men, okay, but me personally, I think I'm just too old for that shit. That's like women is like the last thing I would ever think of. I mean, honestly speaking, if you offer me a beautiful woman to date, and then you provide the dinner, you pay for the dinner, you pay for everything. You want me to date this beautiful woman, gorgeous, beautiful, sexy woman, and I get to have sex with her, and somebody else is paying for all that. You know what? I might think about. I might go on a date. I might think about it. Or maybe I should just spend. Maybe I should just stay home and spend time with my cat. It's like I swear to God, I'm 50. I just don't give a shit about that stuff anymore. I don't care about women anymore. I'm not saying that that's true for everyone. Okay. Some men when they're it doesn't matter. They just love women, even if they're 50 or 60 or 70. They just love women. Me, I don't care about women anymore. Especially, I don't want any trouble. I think that's what's happening today. I think technology advanced so much. Okay, for example, I can watch any movie I want. There's Netflix, there's YouTube. I can watch any kind of video, and they are updated. Somebody uploaded a video like just 2 hours ago, and I'm watching it right now. Somebody from Germany, somebody from China uploaded 2 hours ago uploaded a brand new video about all sorts of subjects. Now I can just watch it just like that. I don't have to pay for it. Or Netflix, that you can always rent movies, right? Instant movies. It's like the last thing I want to do is spend time with some women. I swear to God, that's the last thing I want to do. I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to speak to anyone. I don't want to speak to a woman. I'm not interested in conversation with a female. Nothing. It's like if I want sex, I got my sex doll. I have a sex doll. My sex doll is sexier than any woman out there, right? And there's like fucking porno videos. There's all sorts of free porno videos out there, and you could just turn on play a porno video and fuck your sex doll or something. I mean, there is no need to go out there and find a woman that like, oh, she's gonna make me happy. No, no, not at all. And especially nowadays, I mean, the government is so woke. My biggest fear is I see some lonely homeless woman or somebody who's just desperate. I had girls who's desperate. I met girls who's desperate to look for a home, desperate to find a man. I met girls like that. They're just like desperate. You could see in their eyes they're desperate. I got girls who knock on my door, right? And she's like a salesperson or something. She's like, oh, we're charity. Knock on my door with her partner. She's like from a charity, like collecting donations and shit. And then she saw my house, and she's like, oh my God. Yeah, you can tell she's desperate, man. Giving me her phone number and all that shit, like, oh, my name is this and this. If you want to find me, you can contact me right here and shit like that. Well, she is very pretty. She looked like she's 33. She is very, very pretty. Gorgeous lady. Gorgeous, beautiful woman. But you could tell, man, these girls are just fucking desperate nowadays. But I don't know, man. I mean, right now the government is so woke, like you let a woman into your house, right? She's not happy. One phone call, man, she could have you locked up. Any kind of accusation, she could accuse you of sexual assault or any kind of domestic violence. Out of the blues, man, the police would knock on your door. You could get arrested, and then your own house could be jeopardized. This is my own house, right? I mean, I mortgage all paid off. I mean, this it's a huge house. You know what? And I have cats. I have pets. I cannot put my pets at risk over some women. That's the reason why there's a lot of homeless, beautiful women out there. But I don't dare to go up to one of them and say, "Hey, why don't you come live with me?" Oh fuck no, man. I don't know you. The government is too woke. I think back in the days, I might have done. I might say, "Hey, why don't you come live with me or something?" If the girl's attractive enough. Nowadays, it scares me. I think, yeah, maybe back in the days in year 2000, when the law is not so woke. Back in the days, that's very rare, right? Girls they don't just fucking call the police and then have you locked up. That's back in the days. That's pretty rare. Nowadays, it happens all the time. Girls they do it on purpose. They have you locked up by making false claims. They call the police and then say that I don't know, you rape them or sexually harassed them or whatever, or assaulted them and whatever. Have you locked up. Um, you could be a very nice man. You didn't do anything, and the police they don't believe you, right? So I don't know, man. It happened to me before. I invited some girl into my house, right? And then we had an argument, and then she said you have to pay me $5,000 for me to leave your house. Well, she's gonna call the police, whatever. And then I negotiated with her, so I cut it down to 2,500. I have to pay her $2,500 in order to make her leave my house, man. What the fuck? After that, oh no fucking way, I would never fall for that again. She contacted me like 5 years later, 5, 6 years later, like, I have nowhere to go. Can I come live with you? I fuck no, man. No, no way, no way, no fucking way, no way. Not gonna fall for that again. That's the reason why you see so many beautiful, young, beautiful women out there nowadays. They're homeless, They're sleeping on the street with their high heels on. It's crazy. And then a lot of these women, they go insane. It's like, yeah, I don't blame them. It's like if I'm a beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful blonde girl, right? And I find myself homeless, I would go insane too because it's like this is like fucking Twilight Zone. It's like, how could this happen? I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm blonde. You know, I mean, how can this happen? How can I become homeless? I'm 25 years old. Well, I'm just like, well, I'm not 30 yet. I'm not 30 year old yet. How can I become homeless? How does that happen? How come nobody wants me? But yeah, unfortunately, in this society, you just you cannot trust the government anymore. But anyway, that's what I want to say. Well, hope you guys like my channel. Please subscribe.